You, boy, we got some good Trump news. They dismissed the documents case. They'll say, oh, she was appointed by Trump and all this bullshit. Yeah. Well, the reason why she dismissed it is pretty clear. You know what I mean? Can't be disputed. Although they'll dispute it. You know? What's up, Darcy? They'll dispute it. They certainly will. Ain't gonna matter. They can appeal it all they want. Jack Smith is a scumbag. That's pretty apparent for everybody to see. Every case that's being prosecuted against Trump has a scumbag as a prosecutor. It's, yeah. And most prosecutors are scumbags, but even they wouldn't take these cases. So, what's up, Special K? So, I had to hop on. And it looks like J.D. Vance is his VP pick. I don't know much about him. I really don't. So I can't really comment. I've heard his name before. I think I watched a video or two. And I remember liking what he had to say, but I don't even know what he looks like. I think he got dark hair. I know he was one of the names in contention. I would have liked to see Vivek. I really would have liked to see him. I like that dude. He's Vivek is an intellectual type that can trounce these progressive fucking idiots. You know what I mean? I mean, he beat up David Backman, put Backman to shame. So, you know, fuck him. And fucking Backman, what a scumbag. He's responsible for Trump getting shot. Him amongst the others, but all that shit David fucking talked on Trump, all them lies he told, all that propaganda he pushed, yeah, he was actually pushing on his channel that Trump had some kind of cognitive difficulties. Yeah, had some goofball fucking doctor on there. Oh my God, it was just astounding. And if you watch his coverage of Trump getting shot, yeah, all them scumbags came out on his channel, and David didn't know what to do. David feigned like he wasn't with it. Get the fuck out of here! You fucking created it, fucking David Packman. What a fucking putz, fucking idiot. Yeah, I think Trump getting shot cemented the election for him. I don't give a fuck who they put up against him. You know, they're gonna have to cheat like a motherfucker to beat Trump. Don't put it past them. I'm telling you can't trust these fucking Democrats. You know, people keep saying that people in Democratic cities keep electing them. I don't believe that. I don't believe people are that stupid. I think they're rigging the elections in the blue cities. I don't think people are that stupid. I really don't. I think these blue cities have it rigged. Here in Philly, for sure. You know, they bring busloads of people. You know, I simply don't believe it. I think it's all rigged. I mean, look at Pennsylvania would be solid red, but for Philadelphia. And then you got the surrounding suburbs affected too, because people move from Philly into the suburbs because Philly is basically a hellhole. You know what I mean? Unless you live in a fucking ritzy area of Philadelphia, you know, somewhere in Center City, you know, I think even the greater Northeast is getting more scummy. You know what I mean? We really don't have that many areas in Philadelphia that are that great of a place to live. It's getting worse and worse. Well, for one, I'm looking to move. I really want to get the fuck out of this neighborhood.
Hey,
what's up? Oh shit! What's up?
Matter? Yeah, I tried to get in. I couldn't get in. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Because my mic and nothing was working. Here I had OBS Studio still open. Apparently, you can't go in the StreamYard if you have that. So, hey, everybody, what's going on? How many people you got so far? 4. Cool.
Just 4.
Yeah, what, did you just start?
Well, I did this at the spur of the moment, so,
All right.
Might take a little while.
Did you announce on Discord?
Yeah, but you know what, Richie? It isn't giving me the send option.
You just hit enter.
I hit at everyone.
Right.
Then I put the stream, and I hit enter, and it's supposed to come up. There's a box that's supposed to come up.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. It still goes out. I checked that out too. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't come up, that box where it says, "Are you sure you want to do it?" Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't do it. But
Richie, it hasn't came up for me for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's something going on with it. I think if you do it enough times, it knows that you are sure that you want to do it. Especially if you do adhere instead of that. What's up, Special K? Hey, Darcy.
Adhere?
Yeah, you can do adhere, which means people that are on the server at that time get to see it, or when they come in afterwards, they get to see it.
At everyone, though, that's what it is.
At everyone gets everyone, whether they're online or not, whether they're on Discord or not, they'll get a notice. Right. Yeah, that's what I use when I do a live stream. When I post my stories and my daily video, I just do adhere because people sometimes get pissed off if you do too many of the at everyone.
So Trump announced his VP pick?
Yeah, J.D. Vance, just like I said it was going to be. I was right. J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance was a never Trumper until Trump started actually governing. Then he became his biggest fan. He is totally America first, and I wanted him because he has the energy and he has the smarts to continue America first policies after Trump's done his last term. So that's why I wanted him. And I'm glad it was him. He wrote a book, a conservative book, that was like, if you read it, they say it's like, it's immeasurably really good, really well written about America, about American people and all that. And that's what propelled him to run for the Senate. He's in Ohio.
I like Vivek.
Well, not me. Now, he just won the nomination. You know that, right?
Who?
Trump right now. He just won the nomination.
Oh, okay.
Nominated. And you know what was really cool? It started at 12:45, and they bring up all the states. We nominate all 91 of our delegates, all that shit. Well, the final that put him over the top, Eric Trump read out for the state of Florida, I think it was 129 delegates, and he said putting him over the top to win the nomination for the 2024 Republican Party candidate. So he is the candidate as of right now.
Now, was there anybody going up against him?
No. Who the hell in their right mind would do that?
Right.
Then again, I said in their right mind. There's a lot of fucking nuts out there. Rhinos and yeah. I just did a video. I just finished a video. I'm going to come out with it maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, depending if I have time to do another one tonight. But because I had one that came out today, and it's about, I blame the fucking left violent rhetoric that led up to this.
Right.
For 8 years, they've been saying he's a threat to our democracy. You know, you're going to die if he gets reelected.
Which is an incorrect statement on his face because
it's not a democracy.
Good. I'm glad he's a threat to our democracy. We don't have a fucking democracy.
I know.
So the
convention's now, Special K. The convention started at 12:45 today. You can see it. It's on YouTube. It's like all over the place on YouTube. I'm trying to find Right Side Broadcasting because I like them the best, but I can't find them. Everybody else is there. Fox is on there. Nation News or some shit like that.
They might not let them in.
No, they'll let Right Side Broadcasting shit.
Yeah,
Right
they
Side
cover all
Broadcasting, Jim. Right Side
rallies.
Broadcasting was the only network that went to every single one and just played it, not blocking Trump. They showed the crowd. The other ones don't show the crowd. Right Side
Right.
Broadcasting did too. No, the Dems will be in Chicago. Fucking Chicago. Yeah, these guys. The GOP's up in Milwaukee right now.
Well, I
Did you
can
see-
remember some months ago there was this black dude on YouTube. He was some kind of like grassroots activist, and he was pissed about Biden letting all the illegals in. And he said, "Guess what? When that convention comes here, we're painting Chicago red."
Oh yeah. Oh, Jim, it's going to be like '68. It's going to be exactly like 1968 when they rioted there. When they had the convention there in '68, they rioted. They're going to do it again. The press will try to cover it up, but they're going to do it again. I guarantee it. Yeah, they're in Chicago, man. The shooting capital of the world.
Yeah, and didn't they stop a Trump rally there?
Yeah, They threatened the lives of everybody there, and so they had to cancel it. And then the press called Trump a coward. The fucking police came in and said, well, you can't have this venue because we can't protect you. So he's supposed to go into a venue where they say they can't protect him. Fuck you. That's the answer from now on. It's fuck you to the left. Fuck them. I just don't care anymore.
That's why I say fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And fucking Joe Biden goes and does an Oval Office desk message today about, we can't have violence. This is the same dumb motherfucker that every chance he got in 2020 told an audience that I don't want to debate him. I want to beat the living hell out of him behind the gym.
Right.
And no one ever said that was violent rhetoric, right? Suck my ass, motherfucker. I am so sick of the left and their bullshit. Constantly, somebody needs to take him out. Oh, really? What does that mean, jackass? What does that mean?
Right.
We know these MAGA people. They're training up in the hills with their guns, and it's like, really, which hills? Low IQ, Maxine. Which hills? Because you keep saying that, and in every state you're in, you say in the hills, and you point up. Which fucking hills are you talking about? You lying piece of shit.
It's amazing.
I'm fucking angry today, guys, because my president got shot in my state, about 300 miles from where I live.
Yeah. I didn't even know he was in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, Butler. Yeah, I would have gone to the rally if it was closer. I'm not driving 300 miles away. No, sorry. I love the guy, but not that much.
If there was a train out there, I would go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Uber from the train, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
So the documents case. So what the judge is basing this on is that, and from what I understand, Jack Smith was a private citizen, and they're not allowed to put out a special prosecutor. He's supposed to be.
That's not it. That's not what it was.
Justice.
That's not what it was.
Right?
Hold on. I have to respond to somebody. Hang on. Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what it was. Actually, what the law says is that you cannot be a part of the government. You can't be a part of the DOJ to be assigned as a special prosecutor. You must be outside that process, which is why the guy, remember Hunter Biden's prosecutor? His name was Hur. Yeah. Well, he was a U.S. attorney, and they made him a special prosecutor. How the fuck does that happen, right? So, and I think they did that so that something like this will happen. The reason Eileen Cannon did that, the judge, and you know who pushed her to do it without actually pushing her to do it? Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas.
Right.
Because
yeah.
he wrote that in a consenting opinion on the unity thing. It was because the Biden administration and the Obama administration, Trump administration never did this, but when they had to do things that required the Senate's advice and consent, they'd say, fuck it, we don't have to do that. Who the hell they think they are, the Senate? No, it's the Constitution. Well, we don't believe in the Constitution. Fuck you. That's what it came down to.
So Darcy said, do you think it was an inside job or a citizen?
Well, I'll tell you what. I did a video just now, and I'm editing it now. I can't decide if I'm going to put it out tonight or tomorrow, but it's on the fact that the kid was in an ad for BlackRock last year. Okay. BlackRock, Joe Biden hired a shit ton of BlackRock's executives to come into his administration, and his longtime advisor, a guy named Dolasan or something like that, his long time advisor, the guy's brother runs the BlackRock Financial Institute, or their think tank. Now, why is that suspicious? Because BlackRock is the firm that's pushing ESG, environment, social governance, which is kind of like DEI. But in other words, they're telling all these companies, you have to go abide by this stuff, or we're not going to allow you to get bank loans. We're not going to allow you to do business with other firms that we control through the stocks. So I'm going to tell you something. I would not put it past Larry Fink. He's the guy that runs BlackRock. He's a uber radical fucking leftist. Now, you got to think, who's pulling BlackRock strings? Well, you know who it is? It's people like Gavin Newsom, Gretchen Whitmer, and it was Cuomo, probably Hochul. What they did is they told him, since BlackRock and Vanguard are the two companies, yeah, in other words, fascism. Exactly right, Special K. See, what happens is, if you go, Jimmy, you go to any company out there, any company on the stock market, and you look up who their highest stock guys are, it's Vanguard and BlackRock. Usually BlackRock above Vanguard, but sometimes Vanguard above, but usually BlackRock, okay? Which means that they have like pretty good interest in those companies. So what they did is they went around and said, well, you got to start implementing these policies. Well, why? Because those radical progressive governors said to him, you have to get your companies that you control now through the stocks, you have to get them to do this ESG stuff, or guess what? We're not going to give you our pension funds, the state, the workers, their pension funds, which is in the billions and billions and billions of dollars. So BlackRock started doing it. But the fact of the matter is Larry Fink is a radical asshole. He's a leftist progressive.
What exactly is BlackRock?
BlackRock is an institution it's a company. They're a financial institution that invests in companies. Okay, they give fiduciary. They're a fiduciary to their customers. Okay, in that they give them the best financial advice they can in order to grow their capital, their companies and whatnot. Yeah, it's like hedge funds. But they have a hold on. I have it in my. I literally have the definition in my script. Hold on.
All right, give me 1 second. What's up, Show? Show Seguino, Chill Canuck, Cyberbully. What's up? Welcome to the chat.
Yeah, here it is. BlackRock. I wrote in my here. I'm just going to read my script. BlackRock, for those of you who might not know, is an asset manager and one of the world's leading providers of investment advisory and risk management solutions. They claim to be fiduciaries to their clients, helping millions of hardworking Americans achieve financial well-being. But there's much more to that story, much more. Then I get into the whole how they're pushing aggressively the ESG bullshit. I don't know if they do DEI. They probably do, but they don't brag about it. So this kid, Crooks, he went to Bethel Park High School. It was the same place where BlackRock, the ad that he was in, was shot. So BlackRock, in fact, BlackRock confirmed that it was indeed him in the ad. They said, yeah, it was him. So how does this kid, right? How does he go from being in a BlackRock ad last year as a high school student, being on the fucking roof 130 yards away from a former president who will be president again in just a few months, right? With a rifle. Where the fuck were the drones? Do you guys know that Donald Trump still does not have the full protective package of Secret Service? He's a former president. He should have it just for that alone. He's 4 months away from an election, and they have not given it to him. You know why? Because Joe Biden's a fucking prick. Joe Biden refused to give Secret Service protection to RFK Jr.
Why is it up to him?
Jimmy, he runs the executive branch. Everything is up to the president.
But wait. Why should he have authority over an opponent's security?
Because he runs the government, Jim. That's why.
Yeah, but this is an opponent.
He runs the government. Jim, what news organization do you think is going to rat him out for that? You tell me. Even Fox won't even bring that up.
But this should just be automatic.
Huh?
This should just be automatic. His opponent
yes, it should. Jim, it should be automatic that you don't take a man to court with state misdemeanor documents charges that the statute of limitations ran out 6 years ago, and you magically convert them to federal felonies on election rules. That shouldn't be allowed to happen either, but it did. None of this fucking bullshit should have been allowed to happen. So they asked them, they asked the fucking woman that runs it, they go, where were the drones that could have spotted that guy? Or helicopters? Where the hell were they? Oh,
Well, now now the Secret Service is claiming that the local police were supposed to have that building.
And they were down below at the building, but the guy climbed up a ladder to get onto the roof, and nobody was there to see him. I have video of people pointing and shouting, he's on the roof.
Rich, there's pictures, cell phone pictures of him on the roof.
Yes, I know. I have them where they're saying, look, he's right there, and the guy's like there trying to crawl.
Yeah.
And he wasn't all that good at it. I could have done better.
Yeah.
But you see his fucking rifle bobbing up and down over the little wall there because he's trying to move with it. And I'm like, what the fuck? But the bastard, he killed someone. It was a 50-year-old firefighter who was protecting his family when he got shot. And then 2 other people were wounded.
They did a GoFundMe for him and the 2 people that were hurt. And there's like almost $3 million in it already.
Good, because the family needs
it. That's good. I like that.
Family needs it. And I'm sure the fire department took care of the family, too. Even though it wasn't in the line of duty, unless it's a Democrat town, Then
hopefully they can go on a nice vacation and live comfortably.
Now, hopefully they can put their kids through college,
Whatever. Hopefully
the ladder was marked property of the FBI. I'll bet it was. Jimmy, look, man, I don't put anything past Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know me. How long have I been saying they're going to try to assassinate him? Because every fucking time he got indicted, like he even made a joke. He said, I think I'm just 2 indictments shy of winning the nomination. Because every time he got indicted, his popularity rose. Now he got shot. Worked. There's no way he's losing.
And they got to silence him. So the only way that can be done
I watched that,
to kill him.
I watched some of it anyway.
Chris Cole, what's up, Chris? PBD podcast has our Prince on. Very enlightening. The entire government is responsible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they should fire the head of Secret Service, but they won't.
And you know what, Jim? She cared more about DEI hires than she had one fucking job to make sure that your protectee is protected. And she cared more about, are there tits in the fucking in the group that's going to protect them? Or is there a black guy there? Is there a Chinaman around?
Yeah.
A Hispanic guy?
And the only thing that saved Trump was him moving his head.
Yeah, but you know what, Jimmy? A lot of people, I'll say this again, I said it before, but a lot of people, they jumped on that woman because she had the look on her face. She was terrorized. But, Jimmy, she did her job. She used her head to block his chest area. And the whole look on her face was, I could be shot in the head right now. But Richie, she did it.
If you watch the whole video, she was bending down to grab his hat.
His hat, yes. Because he said, get my hat. And
no,
she went,
okay, sir, like shoes.
Broke protocol. She should have said, fuck you, I'm here to protect you.
Rich, I heard him say, I want my shoes, not hat.
Well, I heard him say hat. That's what I heard.
And Richie, first of all, these women ain't even tall enough.
I know.
The bodyguard.
Jimmy, you're preaching to the choir. I know. Jimmy, I've said that shit about, I always said, like, our military is there to kill people and break things. There's no other reason, right, for our military. So why do we need women in there? I always say, if our military was nothing but women, would we still be the baddest fucking organization in the world? The answer is no. So why have them? And the women get upset when I say that, but why the fuck should we have them? Why?
Well, not in the fighting aspect.
That's what I'm talking about. In combat. That's what I'm talking about.
There's plenty of jobs that women can do and have done.
Not in combat. Not in combat.
Right. They change the rules for them. All kind of bullshit.
They lower the standards too, which tells me. And plus, they did psychological studies. They said that when the women were fighting with the men out there spent more time trying to protect the woman than they were fighting the enemy. That's a hell of a thing.
That's
That's because you're raised to protect women.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Jimmy, I got to go, man.
All right.
I'll see you
Thanks,
guys later.
All right.
See you guys later.
Yeah.
Not letting me out. There it is.
Oh, get you. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's, this Secret Service thing is really fucked up. It's really, I don't care if they thought the local police were supposed to, the Secret Service is supposed to oversee all of that. So, it's just bullshit. Special case and 0.25% of women would actually be qualified. Yeah, and they'd be the bull dykes and, Now, my brother did a video. He came out against women having to be in selective service. I'm not. They keep telling us that women are equal. What, can only our young men die? Let's sign the women up to. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Sick of American women. Sick of it. I'm all for signing them up. They can die just like our young men. Our young women have to put their lives on the line just like young men do. See how that works out for them. Qualified to serve coffee. Yeah, I mean, I ain't against that at all. You keep hearing how they're so fucking, women can do whatever men can do. Bullshit. And men can't do shit that women can do. Yeah, they're supposed to complement each other. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's just too much with these fucking commies. These fucking commies. Yeah. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on because I really am fucking tired. I definitely wanted to come on to celebrate the case. Oh shit, fucking Dangerfield's got a stream going. Fuck. My brother's got an 18-minute video up there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, all these videos are way too fucking long. Oh, man. Oh, man, it was hot as balls out there tonight. It's going to be fucking hotter tomorrow, like 99 fucking degrees. Let me see. Well, Black Pitching got something out there. We don't put out a lot of fucking. I'm afraid to put the convention on because they might fucking fuck me. I'll put it on for a little while, but yeah.
That's a good question, Fernando. We don't know right now. This is an ongoing investigation, so we don't know what type of gun was used. At least I don't know. We don't know if it was legally bought. We don't know if it was bought off the street. I was a prosecutor for almost a decade. Okay, our streets are filled with illegal guns. Not once did I ever prosecute a crime where the person was a legal gun owner. They are all illegal guns. Okay? So I don't want to answer. At this point, we don't know enough on this investigation for me to answer that question to you. But there are a lot more illegal guns on the streets of New York City, and that's what the criminals are utilizing to commit crimes, including homicides and robberies. And those are the guns we need to get off the street. Any other questions? Yes.
Answer the question of political rhetoric on the left. Is there any indication that rhetoric on both sides sort of reactions to hold things up?
Listen,
Might be
we are
both sides that are actually-
we are here as the Staten Island Republican Party to condemn the actions that occurred yesterday. We need the cool heads to prevail. Okay? And we are saying that if people are upset as to what happened yesterday, they need to get involved in the process. And that's what we're saying. Any other questions?
Yeah, that's the RNC, but I'm afraid to keep it on because CNN might try to get me dinged. Yeah. Trying to find something. Do this Mark Dice video. It's a while, but I ain't showed Mark Dice in a while. Let's see what he has. It's titled up More Details Emerge and More Questions Arise. So,
Are upset that, well, they were reporting that Donald Trump fell on stage after he was startled by some loud noises. Well, the American people figured out exactly what happened 2 seconds after seeing the video. And so they're blaming Elon Musk and another billionaire hedge fund manager, Bill Ackman, for shaping the narrative because they both unequivocally endorsed Donald Trump after the event and both pointed out the obvious about what happened and who incited it. As expected, many of them are blaming Donald Trump, like The Atlantic, which ran this headline, "The gunman and the would-be dictator." And now that we've had some time to begin processing and analyzing what happened, it's abundantly clear just how close we came to living in a completely different world and a horrifying reality. This illustration showing what would have happened if Donald Trump hadn't turned his head a split second before the shot was fired to look at a chart that was displayed on the big screen at the event. And there's going to be a lot of information that the liberal media is going to try dumping down the memory hole in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Like the fact that the chairman of the January 6th committee, Democrat Congressman Benny Thompson, tried to get President Trump's Secret Service protections removed just a few months ago. Yesterday, Old Joe addressed the nation from the Oval Office and finally admitted the obvious, because Saturday night, hours after the event, he refused to call it an assassination attempt, even though everybody knew that 2 seconds after it occurred. But despite having a teleprompter, he still could barely put together complete sentences.
Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep him and his family in our prayers.
I don't know what they put into the prompter, but it sounded like one of his writers snuck a line in there about making America great again. Listen.
You know, we're blessed to live in the greatest country on earth, and I believe that with every soul, every power of my being. So tonight, I'm asking every American to recommit to make America, think about it. What's made America so special?
Wait a minute, we got to rewind that. What was that, Old Joe?
So tonight, I'm asking every American to recommit to make America
great again. We're trying, sir. Please just get out of the way. And now numerous videos have emerged showing that numerous attendees at the event saw the gunman on the roof. Not just saw somebody on the roof. Not just saw somebody suspicious on the roof. They saw somebody and they saw that that person had a gun and they were trying to alert the police and Secret Service about it.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful places, the gorgeous ocean, the
Look, they're all pointing.
the Atlantic.
Look, they're all pointing.
Yeah,
People
someone's on
see
top of the roof. Look, there he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And still I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a Senate.
What's happening?
And to make sure
Everybody sees him. It's obviously suspicious.
Yeah, look.
There he is.
because we have millions and millions of people.
Wow.
Calls
Look
on
at
the
that.
police. Officer.
Dangerous people. Criminals. We have criminals.
He's
We
on
have
the roof. He's
drug
right.
dealers. We have people that
Right
should not
here.
be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much
He's
tougher
standing
than
up now.
it happens.
You went right on the roof, big guy.
That is obviously not the business owner or a photographer who decided to climb up onto the roof to try to get a bird's eye view of the event. That is something extremely suspicious. Here's another video showing these two people who appear to see something suspicious and start running. And then there's a guy in red here who appears to be a photographer getting photos, but probably sees the gun and is running for shelter. There's a cop walking over there, and then the shots ring out.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
A rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
There's a lot of discussion around this guy because he appeared to have the shooter in his scope, but then didn't fire until after the shooter shot first. And so there are rumors that he wasn't authorized to shoot, that he was waiting for the authorization, and there was a stand-down order. The Secret Service issued a statement saying that they don't need authorization to shoot, so in his defense, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now. He probably didn't actually see the gun. Probably saw, because of the slope of the roof, saw somebody crawling around or saw the top of somebody's head over there, scoped it out, wasn't sure, didn't want to shoot just in case it was a photographer up there.
What, he
The
didn't see
person
the
who
rifle?
really is responsible for this, other than the media inciting this lunatic and the Democrat Party for trying to paint Donald Trump as Hitler, is whoever was in charge of security at that event, because once there was a suspicious person on top of a roof, then Donald Trump should have been immediately pulled from the event until the area was secure. There's a lot of disinformation and a lot of misinformation going around about this event, like the morons who are spreading an obvious troll post from one of the Chans claiming to be from that officer, and that he was given a stand-down order for at least 3 minutes. If this was him, he would have posted that on his Facebook page or on his Instagram account or on Twitter. He wouldn't have posted it on one of the anonymous Chan boards claiming that it was him blowing the whistle over there. And what a surprise. This is the fat, most likely lesbian, that old Joe appointed to be the head of the Secret Service, whose primary goal was not protecting the president and presidential candidates, but increasing diversity in the Secret Service.
So I think this agency does an extraordinary job of developing leaders. From a very early stage, we hire agents and officers, and we put them in positions of authority, and we enable them to make decisions, and that does develop some great quality leaders, and our agency is full of them. And I look forward to a day where we're able to talk about this agency and whoever is leading this agency and not have to distinguish, they're the second female or the fifth or the sixth, and that diversity is just part of this agency, and it's not even thought about.
She literally made it her goal to make the Secret Service comprised of at least 30% women. This is one of their recruiting posters, women at the Secret Service. women working as special agents, uniformed division officers, and administrative, professional, and technical personnel at the Secret Service fulfill our agency's public safety and security mission with integrity and strength. Secret Service prioritizes recruiting women candidates. And here's one of those candidates cowering behind the other agents who were putting their life on the line to protect Donald Trump's life. This meme illustrates perfectly what happened. Secret Service before DEI and after. And Old Joe's former spokeswoman, press secretary Jen Psaki, who fled that sinking ship just in the nick of time for a gig over at MSNBC, had this to say.
For anyone out there who has a platform, who thinks the moment right now is to be political and attack the other party, you are feeding into the danger. You are making it more likely there's retaliation. I'm incredibly scared. I'm scared for journalists. I'm scared for people who have public platforms.
You're scared of possible backlash because of you and your peers' consistent smearing of Donald Trump as a dictator. And now maybe you're finally realizing that that was a terrible thing to do. It's dangerous, they say, to remind the American people what the Democrats and the liberal media have been saying and doing for the last 8 years, and showing some of the clips like this.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Oh, but we should just move along. No big deal. Just the president of the United States calling us a threat to America. Here's Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman, who is one of the liberal media's new darlings, who will probably be running for president in 2028. Keep your eyes open for that. Ramping up the rhetoric even more.
It's just unquestionable at this point that that man cannot see public office again. He is not only unfit, he is destructive to our democracy, and he has to be eliminated.
What did they think was going to happen when they consistently said that Donald Trump was a dictator, that Hitler reincarnated, and that if he wins the election, that nobody's ever going to be able to vote ever again because he's going to just be the supreme leader for eternity?
A vote for Donald Trump may mean the last election that you ever get to vote in. And again, I don't say that lightly. And it I think is heartbreaking that that's where we are. But people have to recognize that a vote for Donald Trump is a vote against the Constitution.
In your view, what would happen if he were to be reelected?
Oh, I can't even think that, because I think it would be the end of our country as we know it. You know, when I was Secretary of State, I used to talk about one and done. And what I meant by that is that people would get legitimately elected, and then they would try to do away with elections and do away with opposition and do away with a free press. And you could see it in countries where, well, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Right? And so all of a sudden, somebody with those tendencies, those dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies, would be like, oh, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to throw these people in jail. And
that's exactly what your party has been doing. And here's old Joe just 2 days ago.
Most importantly, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, Trump is a threat to this nation.
But when somebody like J.D. Vance, who very well may be Donald Trump's VP pick, we'll find out soon enough, points out the obvious, saying that this was not just some isolated incident, and the central premise of the Biden campaign is that President Donald Trump is an authoritarian fascist who must be stopped at all costs, and that rhetoric led directly to President Trump's attempted assassination. Then you get people like Adam Kinzinger, crying Adam Kinzinger, saying that this should absolutely disqualify J.D. Vance from being a VP. So I guess over the coming days, weeks, and months, we're going to have to replay some of the Democrats and Hollywood celebrities' greatest hits to remind them what hypocrites they are by showing them videos of them literally calling for violence on a regular basis against Donald Trump and against us. But for now, save 20% off of any of my shirts at markdice.com by using the promo code YouMissed at the checkout. One word, you missed. So order your MAGA Mafia shirt, your Teflon Don shirt, and appeal to heaven. Thank you, God, for protecting Donald Trump or any of my awesome designs. Now, many of them now.
He needs to Hulk the shirt with Trump raising his fist in the air with the blood on his face. What's up, Bobbity? Jeremiah. Chill Canucks in here somewhere. Fuck he is. Listen, people, I'm going to have to end the stream. I'm so fucking tired. It's ridiculous. It's really hard to work at 99-degree temperatures do a stream. I just wanted to get on here because Trump beat that case. You know what I mean? I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Again, I'm sorry. I got to end the stream. I'm so fucking tired. I can hardly think. And I don't know when I'm going to stream next. Maybe tomorrow because we'll probably get done early again tomorrow. So please hit like. Somehow that fucking helps me. Maybe. And I'm out of here. Again, thanks for stopping by.